Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Tripathi and I'm a member of Team Terminator. Today we will be presenting on online library management system using cloud service. Our Team Terminator has been working on this project for some time now. First, let me introduce our team members: Ayush Koirala, Prasanna Katka, Saksham Shrestha, Suriyam Khatioda, and myself, Saurabh Tripathi. As we know, with the rise of technology and the internet, more and more people are accessing information online. Cloud-based library management systems offer greater flexibility and accessibility than traditional physical systems. Our presentation today will focus on the benefits of using cloud-based online management system, its design, development, integration, testing, implementation, final evaluation, and future work. Moving on, I want to discuss why we should use a cloud-based library management system. As libraries continue to evolve, cloud-based systems have become increasingly popular due to their flexibility and accessibility. There are several benefits of using cloud-based library management system. First, it offers greater accessibility, allowing library users and administrators to access library resources and operations from anywhere with an internet connection. Second, it offers scalability. As the needs of library change over time, cloud-based systems can scale to accommodate these changes without additional hardware costs. Third, it offers cost effectiveness, as the cloud-based system reduces the need for hardware-based infrastructure, which can provide significant cost savings to libraries, allow them to invest more in the quality of their collections. Now, allow me to explain the key features of an online library management system. These features include automatic cataloging, collection management, cloud storage, and mobile accessibility. Automatic cataloging allows for faster and more efficient cataloging of resources, while collection management tools help manage library collections. Cloud storage allows for remote storage and backup of resources, and mobile accessibility allows for greater flexibility and accessibility. When comparing cloud-based systems to traditional library systems, we see significant cost savings, better accessibility, more capabilities, and greater flexibility with cloud-based systems. Our cloud-based library management system offers significant cost savings when compared to traditional library systems, as hardware and ongoing maintenance costs are greatly reduced. Cloud-based libraries have better accessibility than traditional systems, allowing users 24/7 access from anywhere with an internet connection. Cloud-based libraries have more capabilities than traditional libraries, including automated updates, real-time analytics, and integration with external databases. Finally, cloud-based libraries are more flexible, allowing libraries to scale as their needs change over time and providing easier management of their collection. The primary objective of implementing an online library management system are to streamline library operations, minimize paper-based systems, and enhance the experience of the library users. This includes providing easy access to digital resources, simplifying borrowing and returning materials, and offering personalized recommendations based on user preferences. By achieving these objectives, libraries can improve their efficiency and effectiveness while meeting the changed needs of their patrons. Our system's functional requirements include user management, book management, search, book checkout, return, and payment. The first requirement is user management, where users should be able to register, log in, manage their accounts. They should be able to update personal information, view borrowing history, and renew borrowed books. Secondly, the system should allow librarians to manage book management by adding, editing, deleting books, updating the status and location of books based on borrowing information. Users should be able to search for books by title, author, ISBN, or keywords in the book search. Book checkout should enable users to select a loan period and due date, and notify users of borrowing details. Finally, in book return, the system should calculate overdue fines if applicable and update book status. Our system's non-functional requirements include performance, security, availability, scalability, compatibility, and integration. This system should be able to handle a large number of concurrent users and requests without slowing down or crashing. Secondly, it should ensure secure communication and data storage using encryption for sensitive information such as passwords and financial data. The system should be available and accessible to users 24/7 with minimal downtime for maintenance and updates. In terms of usability, the system should be easy to use and navigate for both novice and experienced users. Likewise, the system should scale up or down as needed. The system should be able to run on different devices and platforms, including desktops and mobile devices. Last but not the least, the system should be able to integrate with our library management systems, online databases, or ebook providers as needed. We conducted an analysis of alternative solutions, including conventional server hosting, internal software development, and open source softwares. We discovered that cloud services provide more scalability and flexibility, enabling us to alter resources as necessary. Additionally, compared to conventional hosting solutions, cloud services are frequently more affordable. We faced challenges in data security and privacy, as well as potential high cost for cloud services. However, we incorporated security measures such as encryption, access control, and backups to ensure data protection. To minimize cost, we used cost-effective cloud services and monitored usage closely. This is the end of my presentation. Now Saram will continue his part of the presentation, which includes use cases, integration and testing of online library management system. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Soros. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Katiwada. I'll be continuing the presentation from here. So let's get started with the presentation. I did the integration and testing for our project online library management system. So as our teammate described the functional and non-functional aspects for the testing purpose, we divided those aspects into 6 categories, namely the user registration test case, login test case, the book sales test case, book return test case, account management test case, and security test cases. And for the use cases, we divided it into testing login use case for admin and user, testing the user registration use case, and account management use case for both the admin and the user. The main objective of our testing was to verify if the functional and non-functional requirements were met and generating a technical report based on the test findings. We divided the testing into teams and did the testing where I investigated the usability and use cases, while my teammate investigated the technical and security testing of the project. So getting started with use case 1, which is login use case for admin, I tried entering the valid username and password for admin access, the valid admin credentials. Once I did that, I was granted access to the admin portal and redirected into the admin dashboard. So this was successful. Moving to use case 2, we tried testing for new user credentials and creating a user. So for this, I entered valid usernames and valid emails such that the account will be created. Here, as you can see that I entered the name, phone number, I entered a valid username, email. Once I entered the valid email, I was notified that the email is available for registration. Entered the password and just registered. As you can see here that there's no student or registered students with the email that I just entered. Once I entered it, it notified me that the registration was successful and the student ID was 10. And then I refreshed the registered student tab on the admin portal where it updated the new student list and the status of the student was active. So this test was successful as well. So moving on with test case 3, I tried logging into the account that I just created. So I logged in into the user account with the email that I just created, the email and password. And once I entered the user credentials, I was redirected to the student portal where I could view my details such as the student ID and the email, which verifies me that it's the same student or login. So moving on, here's management use case for ad admins. So this is the management use case for the user, where I tried changing the full name and mobile number of a user to see if a user can manage the account and change the credentials. So as you can see here that the student ID 11 has a student name test1 and a mobile number. So I tried changing it to test10 and also tried changing the mobile number. Once I did that, I was notified that the profile has been updated. And once I refreshed the admin portal, I could see that the student name and the mobile number was updated. Fine. So finally, I tried management use case for the admin, where an admin can block or deactivate an account. So this is really useful in a real life scenario where admin could block a user or delete an account. So once I tried blocking a student, I just clicked inactive on the student which I tried to block. Once I did that, I was notified if I was sure that I wanted to block the student. And once I clicked on OK, the status of the student was changed. And then when I tried login with the same credentials, I was notified that the account has been blocked and to contact the admin. So this was a successful test as well. So here's an analysis report or a table for my findings, where I discussed everything which I discussed in the video in a written format. So here you could see the use case description, the conditions and preconditions, the steps that I took, the results that was expected, and the actual results that I got. So if the expected results and the actual results match, the status of the use case was passed. So we could see here that most of it is passed. There are 5 use cases where I verify the login use case for the admin, test the user registration, test for login with the new user, verify the account management for user, where you could change the user credentials and phone number. And finally, verify the account management with the admin portal, where the admin can block any user. So in conclusion, I found out that most of the functional and non-functional aspects of the project were met, and the online library, it was found to be functional in a real-time environment, though a lot of future work and references could be made to make it more responsive and scale it up a bit such that it could handle a lot of users, concurrent users. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you so much, guys. So I would like to forward this presentation to Prasanna. We'll be carrying on the presentation from here now.
Thank you, Shreyan. That was a beautiful explanation related to the test cases and the use cases. So I'm going to start on my part. My name is Prasanna, and I'm going to start talking about how systems architecture. So our system architecture is really focused on components like user interface, database, servers, and security. So user interface is really related to how the users are able to search the books, and it's really the site where the servers, the clients are involved in. So databases stores information about books, and servers act as the communication bridge between interface and database. In our instance, we are using AWS EC2 remote instances. So AWS Cloud Service is one of the most prominent cloud services in the market right now. For security, we are using MD5 encryption. The coding was really done in PHP for the online library management system. Uh, my primary responsibilities would be to help develop the backend functionality of the system. This would involve designing and implementing the database schema, creating database models, writing server-side scripts to handle requests and responses. Data security is really critical to our to any online systems, and as a PHP portal, we have to ensure that the system is secure and that the user data is protected. This could involve measures like encryption, secure login procedures, user authentication. We as colleagues would have to work closely so that we can ensure that the database is properly secured and the sensitive data is stored safely. I help develop templates for displaying data from the database for our system, and I also work with CSS and JavaScript to make the user interfaces more interactive, and so that there is an ease of navigation for the user side. So these are some of the code snippets that we can see. This is the admin login. As you can see, we have used PHP for our system, and for the database side, we have used MySQL, and for the front end side, we have used JavaScript and CSS. So this is the sign up page, code for the sign up page. And this is the index. This is the index page. This is the CAPTCHA page. This is the CAPTCHA code. So CAPTCHA is really necessary to add that extra layer of verification so that we can prevent the DDoS attacks on our system, so that we don't get overflow of traffic at any time, at any given time. So this is the user logout code. So I'm going to explain a couple of bits about the test case. I know Sriram has already explained his part about the test cases, but I'm going to explain some more test cases. So this is the test case where we're trying to issue a book essentially with a valid ISBN number. So when we give the valid ISBN number and the valid student ID number, then we can see the result is successful. The book has been successfully issued, as you can see in the screenshot right here. In test case number 2, we're trying to issue a book with invalid ISBN number. As you can see in the screenshot, that it gives us a prompt that the student ID is invalid and the ISBN number is also invalid. So that is unsuccessful. Similarly, we can also add a book, and we can manage the books that have been added as well. So for the implementation side, we are going to see how we can surf through our website from here on. So this is the CAPTCHA code for verification. This is the dashboard, admin dashboard. We can see there are various panels for categories, authors, books, issues, book, and registrants, which basically shows the number of registered students and their respective parameters like mobile number, registered date, etc. So we can see in the dashboard various information under book listed, time books issued, and the number of registered users and authors that have been listed. So we can manually go to different panels and add, for example, we can add a different category, and we can see in the manage categories section how there are different categories of the books, like movies, novel, science, and we can see the creation date, and we can see whether they're active or inactive. We can also add different authors and manage those authors. For example, we can see the different authors that have been added and the respective creation dates. We can also add books. So in order to add books, we have to first we have to fill out the different data fields and add it. We have the data fields for price, ISBN numbers, author, categories, and book name. Once we fill out the data sections and add those data, we can manage the books that we have added. For example, there are 2 books here that we have added. as you can see, along with their ISBN number and price. So in order to issue book, we can also issue book, and we need to just provide student ID and provide the respective ISBN number. And once the system detects it and we click the issue, you can see that the book has been added. Now I'd like to hand over this presentation to my friend Ayush Querala. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayush and I am from the team Terminator. Today I'll be sharing with you the tools and techniques that I have used as an individual contributor to host an online library management system in the EC2 instances. My team members are Saroj Tripathi, Prasanna Kharga, Saksham Shrestha and Srim Khatiola. In this presentation, I'll be covering the topics like introduction, Amazon EC2 instance, Apache 2 web server, MySQL database, and the network security. For this project, we have developed an online library management system which is based on PHP and HTML. The front end is solved by using HTML and CSS, and back end is being handled by PHP server. To begin with, I choose Amazon EC2 instance as the hosting solution for the online library management system. The EC2 instance provides a scalable and reliable infrastructure for hosting the application. I created a new instance, installed the required package, and deployed the web application on the instance. Here you can see that the DCC project instance is running in the Amazon, which is a EC2 instance. Okay, let me introduce about the web server that I have used to deploy the application. To sort the web pages for the library management system, I have used the Apache 2 web server. Apache 2 is a widely used and well-supported web server that is known for its performance and security features. I installed the Apache 2 web server on the EC2 instance and configured it to sort the web pages for the online library management system. I also configured the Apache 2 web server to run PHP scripts and handle the user requests. Here you can see that I have set up virtual host to sort the PHP files and HTML files, and also the Apache configuration file is located under the etc Apache 2 directory. The next topic I am going to explain is about the MySQL database. MySQL database is a reliable and secure database management system which is critical for an online library management system. To meet this requirement, I used MySQL as the database management system. MySQL is known for its reliability, scalability, and security features. I installed the MySQL server on the EC2 instance and created a new database for the library management system. I also created the required tables and indexes and populated with them with the sample data. Here in the terminal you can see that my MySQL server is running, and in the next screenshot you can find the database library, and also you can see some tables created under the database library. The next topic I am going to cover is about the network security. To ensure the security of the library management system and its data, network security measures are essential. I used AWS security groups to control the inbound and outbound traffic for the EC2 instance hosting the library management system, and open HTTP port 80 for web traffic. This allowed users to access the online library management system via a web browser securely. Here you can see that port 80 is allowed from my security groups for the EC2 instance. Also in my terminal you can see that MySQL and Apache are running. MySQL is taking 3306 port and Apache is running in the port 80. In conclusion, by using Amazon EC2 instance, Apache 2 web server, MySQL database and AWS security groups was successfully configured. Doing this, I was able to successfully host an online library management system that is reliable, scalable, and secure. Here in my web browser, you can see that the web server is publicly accessible, and also we can use login credential to verify the functionalities. Okay, so doing this, I can say that the web server is working fine. Also, the database is successfully set up. This is the end of my presentation, and now Saksim will continue his part of the presentation, which includes how we set up the database and what are the tables and how we prepare the database schema. Thank you so much for your attention.
Using PSP for online library management. So to develop this application, we used PSP for the backend. PSP is a server-side scripting language used to build dynamic web applications. It is highly customizable. That means the libraries can create unique interfaces for their patrons and staff. Moreover, PSP offers security features such as input validation and error handling, which ensures that the data entered into the system is accurate and errors are handled appropriately. Overall, PSP is a powerful tool for building online library management systems because of its versatility, scalability, and ease of use, which make it an ideal choice for organizations of all sizes and types. So on the next slide, using MySQL for online library management. So we used MySQL for the database. MySQL is a popular relational database management system which can handle complex data relationships between different tables. For instance, a library database might have tables for books, authors, publishers, etc. and MySQL can efficiently manage the relationships between these tables. Additionally, MySQL offers security features including user authentication and password protection, which ensures that only authorized users have access to this sensitive data. Overall, MySQL is a powerful and reliable relational database management system that offers several benefits for online library management. So on the next slide, benefits of using AWS cloud services. AWS cloud services offers several benefits for online library management system. Firstly, AWS cloud services provide a secure and reliable platform for storing data. For instance, AWS provides data encryption, access control, and multi-factor authentication to ensure that only authorized users can access library data. Moreover, AWS cloud services offer scalability and flexibility.
Libraries can easily scale their computing resources up and down based on demand without having to invest in expensive hardware. Additionally, AWS cloud services offer easy integration with other technologies such as MySQL, PHP, and Apache, which enables libraries to create a comprehensive library management system that integrates with their existing technology stack. So on the future work, the project is currently hosted on EC2 instance. So on the future, we will discuss on possibilities of creating multiple servers and using load balancers to distribute the traffic to different servers. And also the web application is running on HTTP, which is not considered as secure system, but in the future we will discuss on using the trusted secure socket layer certificates. So at last, on conclusion, online library management system using AWS cloud services, Apache, MySQL, and PHP, which offers several benefits for libraries. They provide a secure and scalable platform for managing collections, tracking borrowing and lending, and communicating with patrons. By using these technologies, libraries can save money on hardware costs and create a customized system that fits their specific needs. Overall, the use of these technologies provides libraries with the tools they need to create a comprehensive online library management system that enhances user experiences and meets the unique needs of their patrons and staff. Thank you.